welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to show you a great lobster pasta recipe made with, of course, fresh Maine lobster. There's a lot of perks of living in the state of Maine, but fresh Maine lobster's gotta be one of them. However, our lobster industry is in danger, and I ask that after this video, if you've liked it even for a little bit, if you could please read the description and click a couple of the links in there below on how you can help support our local lobster fishermen and maybe save the Maine lobster industry. Seriously, we would all greatly appreciate it. Our economy depends on it, and seriously, what's not to love about a good lobster dish? Okay, let's get
Got our fresh Maine lobster ready to go right off the boat. I'm going to use my lobster pot, and I'll put a link for this in the description below. The basics of this dish are really classic: shallots, garlic, tomatoes, some white wine. The first thing I'm going to do is dice up all of my veggies. So I start with my shallots, and then I do some garlic. You can never have enough garlic, so I think I end up doing like 3 or 4 cloves. And then I used vine tomatoes, and I'm just dicing those up into small cubes there. But you could use cherry tomatoes. I think that would be a delicious addition. And then the next thing I'm going to do is put some butter in a pan and then add all of my shallots and garlic to this pan. Seriously, that is like the most fragrant part of this whole thing. I wish you could smell this. Seriously, this is like my favorite part. I added in our tomatoes and gave those a few minutes, and then I added in our white wine. Don't forget, if you wouldn't drink the wine, don't cook with the wine. I let that simmer for a few minutes, and then I added some pepper flakes. And while those were simmering together, those lobsters were done. I'm going to let them cool down, and you can kind of see this is starting to thicken. I added some tomato paste while everything cooks down. My husband was on shelling duty, so here's him getting all the lobster meat ready. Here's what we're working with. And then I'm going to go ahead and add some heavy cream to this. I'll give that a good stir, and you can see it's starting to look like some beautiful pasta sauce. I'm adding in some seasoning. I'll put a description in here, but good Italian seasoning, some oregano, basil, and then I'm adding this granulated bullion, and then a cup or a couple ladles worth of that lobster water from the pot. And then now it's going to really start to get that nice creamy consistency, and then we're going to let that simmer for a few minutes. Out draining my water, I grab this pasta just with some tongs to kind of keep some of that liquid in there to let it kind of all marry together, and then I make sure everything's tossed. From here, I add in the star of the show, this fresh Maine lobster, and give it a good mix, and then I top it with a great Parmesan cheese, freshly shredded. In the grand finale we've been waiting for, this pasta was so good. It had so much flavor. It was creamy. It was cheesy. It had all the right notes, and of course that fresh Maine lobster. How delicious does this look?
Doesn't that look so good? Please don't forget to take just a moment of your time and check the description below on how you can help us save the Maine lobster industry. Have a good one. Bye-bye.